What is up, Chipper Chaps? This is Chipper Chap Chat. I'm FooRay.
I'm Chamba.
We're Chipper and we're Chaps.
I don't know what, episode 99.
Can you believe it? Are we on now 99? Did we just do 98?
Yeah, we did.
That happened?
Yes, it did.
Maybe we should have saved the caps for episode 100.
Nah, screw that.
Now what are we gonna do for episode 100?
We're gonna wear the caps.
We got Chipper
still?
Chap caps.
Yeah, we got it made.
Yeah, but we gotta do something special for 100. I feel like we gotta do another drawn cover from 100.
Probably. But yeah, these are dope. It's been a week since we last recorded.
We should do us like jumping out at camera, like action style, over the logo.
That's the best one.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Like not like semi-chibi.
Sure.
Semi-chibi.
So,
how's your week been, guys?
It was weekish. We got pizza today. That was the important thing.
That was important. I went to Honolulu, Hawaii for 5 days. That was awesome. I liked it there a lot. The people there are beautiful people. Like, just friendly, super genuine. Liked it. Just all around excellent vibes, and yeah, it was a treat. It was a treat.
Hula dancing?
I don't think so.
Not a single hula dance was danced?
No, not that I saw. I had my head down a lot. Lots of drawing.
Had your head down a lot.
Lots of drawing.
Oh, you weren't engaging your fans?
I was, definitely. Lots of that. That's why drawing
kind
of
being a
slowed down.
non-engager?
I engaged with the people there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Let's
conversations and stuff. Like, it's easy to be really, I guess, polite when the people there are also super polite.
Right.
Yeah.
To feel welcomed by them.
That just, it helps a lot, that.
That's cool.
Good show. But it's new week. It's episode 99. There's a lot of new comic, movie related and TV, I suppose, stuff that's popping up. First thing we got written up is photos from, what's her name? Misty Knight. There's a photo of her now popping up online.
But we should preface, this is a spoiler for Defenders.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Defenders, or if you still want to know anyways. But yeah, it was showed in Defenders.
So if you don't want to know about this, skip ahead like a minute or two. We're not going to talk about it a lot.
But in Defenders, she lost an arm, got sliced. Pretty dope, actually. We didn't expect them to do it. They kind of teased it in
Luke Cage.
But they went fully this time. But anyway, there's a photo from onset of Luke Cage season 2, where she has a cybernetic arm, which is cool.
She did it. They talked about him or Danny Rand setting her up in a hospital that had like
that was
crazy
legit.
tech or whatever.
Because he got money.
The Bionic Arm looks a bit weird in sections,
right?
And and it looks really cool in sections. So who knows what it'll look like on the show? To be fair, also, it's a set.
It was a set photo from like Entertainment Weekly, and whenever I remember seeing set photos from Defenders on Entertainment Weekly, it looked nothing like what the show ended up looking like. So I'm okay with it. I know it's gonna look dope with the camera and lighting and all that stuff that they'll do to it. So it looks cool. But yeah, they're doing it wicked. I just hope it looked better than Stick's severed hand. Because that nub kept growing or like doing this sometimes from the sleeve. There was one shot there, looked legit.
I think we talked about that in the review. But let's skip past this now so we're out of spoiler territory.
Yeah. What's the next thing? Pardon, I'm just going to look at the notes here. Movie talk. Okay. They just settled this, it seems. As quickly as he was announced, he also backed out Ed Skrein, which was Ajax in Deadpool 1.
Right.
He was supposed to portray a character named Benjamin Daimio in the Hellboy Reboot. Ooh, nice. What's this? I'll continue when you're done. Oh, wicked. Yeah, that was awesome. Let's keep them there. They're the best. Benjamin Daimio in the Hellboy Reboot. He backed out of it because as quickly as they announced him, people were obviously already going whitewashing because the character in the book is actually Japanese.
His last name is Daimio. So.
Daimio. And so he was like, nah, I need this.
He backed out basically. Got a lot of support from...
Yeah, he got support
from producers and
Yep.
Mike Mignola,
which I kind of find slightly bizarre.
Why is that?
Because you think wouldn't it just be like, I guess, courtesy at this point to at least consult the creator of the actual property what you're gonna do with certain characters? No,
I mean,
wouldn't you wanna?
They're not.
Wouldn't it be nice?
They're allowed to sit in on set and stuff, but it's not like they're gonna go to you with each person they're casting and ask permission. It's not a thing they're gonna do.
But wouldn't it be just out of common courtesy? That's
not how the movie business works. They don't do shit out of courtesy.
But alright, beyond that,
right?
Why did the producer just go, oh, he looked at the actual sources like, Japanese character, let's go hire a Japanese guy?
The casting director probably looked at the personality characteristics and was like, oh, it's not important that he's Japanese, it's important that he has these characteristics and this guy has it, so the casting director picked him.
Couldn't they be like, okay, let's look at the character in general, these characteristics, they're from this place, so and so. Couldn't we go, okay, this person, there's like 5 people. This one here's got this characteristic. This one has a couple more. This one is of that ethnicity and has got the characteristics. But this one is like, it's a bit of a bigger name now, but he's got the characteristics. We don't know, obviously.
From what I've heard about the other characters in the movie, they're swapping everything around. He wasn't the only one. Like, there's a female character that's in the movie that's supposed to be like an Irish, like redhead ginger character. She's being played by a black girl. So I think they just were like, the races are unimportant. It's just what these characters' personalities are like.
I see.
But Ed Skrein, because he's a white dude playing an Asian, and that's in the news, has been very unpopular lately. That he was like, I don't want to be the next guy who's getting shit on for that, so I'm gonna do it.
If it was another race that's not white that got that role, would there be as big an issue?
I don't think so. Because really
you just
about
said
white people replacing Asians.
A black actress replacing a redhead.
Right.
Automatically,
but people have
like,
been bringing that up. They're like, why is that fine?
Yeah.
And
that's true. That's for real.
I mean,
to be fair, but that's true.
But I think it's because
it's
white people are the majority,
right,
and they've been taking a lot of parts from people who
I get it. So
that's so rare that we get a strong Asian character. Why not just give it to an Asian actor because you can? When there's plenty of parts already for white people.
I think that part makes more sense.
If you want to be a superhero, you pretty much have to be a white guy,
unless
you got black in your character's name. or you're Luke Cage.
You know what's crazy though? It's like it's even more common for as common as it is now. It's probably more common, but like white characters are easily more common to be replaced by another race than it is. But when they do replace like an actual ethnic character with a white character, just like, come on, man.
I don't know that is more popular. No, there's so many.
It happens both ways.
Dude, it's been happening for years too. Because John Wayne played Genghis Khan.
Yes, I'm just saying that clip that we were watching a couple days ago.
I'm just saying, it's not something that's
Mickey Rooney was a Japanese guy.
Right. That was terrible, but it was like purposely terrible.
Is it? Why?
Because it was completely made out of a stereotype of what Japanese people were like in the area at the time.
As a kid, I even found the whole Johnny Five thing weird.
I didn't know that guy wasn't Indian until way later.
But
I didn't know.
You know what though? I didn't realize.
I had no idea.
I thought he was Indian, but I thought he darkened his skin slightly.
I had no idea.
Because I was like, something's bugging me about this guy.
I didn't know until I watched whatever that series is with Aziz Ansari, because they had a whole episode where they talked about it. But I did not know that dude was.
So for all your life, you thought that dude's like that.
He was just a character on the fucking movie.
That means,
never thought about
let's check it. Technically, then, that guy did his job.
He did, but because to me, that specific character, while the accent, I don't know how accurate it was, but it sounded accurate to my kid brain at least. And he wasn't like wearing a turban and doing this shit.
Yeah, he wasn't at all.
He was just a scientist who happened to be
Indian that wasn't played by that. Which, to me, is so bizarre, because I'm like, wouldn't you... That's so weird to me. Like, it's alright. If he was actually an Indian actor who played that role, that would have been great, because he's not playing a typical of that thing.
Right.
You know? Could be wherever, but he's not playing the typical that. He just happened to be from there, that is also a fucking scientist or another character that's just in the film. He's not like, oh, he's trying to get like an Indian ingredient and he happens to bump into, goes to a shop and it's that guy selling it to him and shit. It's so weird, man. But yeah, Ed Skrein backed out and like people are like, yeah, man, good job.
Do you have a particular opinion on it? Do you think he made the right call?
You know what? Good on him, though.
Do you think he did it because he wants representation and all this stuff that they're praising him for? No. Or do you think he did it because he didn't want to get shit on for being the next guy to take a part from the Asian guy?
Regardless of his reasonings, doesn't matter to me. Because I'm like, you know what? If he backed down because he was, he realized, oh shit, this is gonna be bad, then that's a smart move. You're doing good for your career.
For sure.
Even if that were about like, or if he believed, all right, this is wrong actually, cool, even good, because it was already in you to do that. But even if it was out of like, this actually would be a bad move, that's just you being smart about it. So fucking thumbs up to that. You're actually using your brain. Sure, you might not have felt that
he'll
it was
get
a bad
more
thing.
parts.
Absolutely.
If he wants to be in some other superhero movie, it'll happen for him.
Wasn't
he continues to look like that dude. So he'll be fine.
That's exactly it.
He looks like that dude, and he sounds like that dude.
His look ain't
he'll
gonna
be
change.
just fine.
Wasn't he like the new Transporter?
Yeah.
See,
I didn't watch
it. If that film didn't ruin his career, he's alright.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
Because that film should have, at that point.
I didn't see it, so I don't know how
I didn't see it, because I'm like, wait a second, there's only one Transporter, and it's Jason Statham.
Yep.
You can't replace Statham without Statham.
What else we got on the news docket? Bobion.
That was the first one. Second one was Patty Jenkins will return for Wonder Woman 2.
Right. Did you hear about the back and forth with her and Spielberg?
Oh, okay. Now this is new news.
Was it her and Spielberg or her and James Cameron?
Cameron.
Was it Cameron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard something vague. I didn't really like.
He said something about like another objectified woman superhero or something like that, and Patty Jenkins was like, basically like women heroes can be whatever they want to be.
They don't have to be something specific.
Yeah, they don't have to be specifically something.
That's true. They could still look
to be empowered.
They could still look dope as shit and be heroic as.
Right.
They don't have to look like a certain way, or they don't have to be a victim at
Right.
first and then turn into like a badass.
Yeah.
She can always be badass.
And
And
like,
still,
but she's showing skin, so
it's like good on her. That's
she's
power
a
to
hooker.
her. That's even more power, right? Or whatever. I
her,
don't care.
her muscles were her muscles.
Yeah.
When you see a lot of superheroes, the guys, they're covered in, they get muscled up, but a lot of it is they got suits with muscles built into it.
That's true.
I guarantee you, Affleck's superhero body doesn't look like it did when they started BVS. Because you can see it in his face, man.
Check it with like Thor and all of them guys. They started off huge, but they're getting back to actual human size now.
And those guys work out towards a scene.
Yes.
Because there's usually a scene with them with their
topless.
shirt off
and
in
you know
every movie.
that's
the one they're working towards. And then once they're out of it, they still gotta keep it, but it's not nearly. They don't have to dehydrate themselves and shit. Like,
and that's cool.
Listen to Hugh Jackman talk about getting fit for Wolverine.
Dude,
it sounds like torture.
It sounds grueling.
Yeah.
But he knows which scenes it's gonna count in.
For sure.
And when he does it, he pulls it off. That's why. But like in our heads, in our movie watching heads, it's like shit. They're like this all day underneath that every scene. Of course, we're gonna think it's that like they are superheroes. That's how it's gonna be.
Right.
But yeah, the back and forth was pretty. I heard about it, I was like, I don't know, man. James Cameron, you just kind of just make your things, man. Just let them be. If they enjoyed it, cool. They're supposed to enjoy it. That's fine.
So she's coming back. That's cool.
That's good.
I'm fine with it. I hope the movie is good.
Just
I kind of hope it's not another period piece. I want to see
post. I want to see post Justice League.
Wonder Woman's Winter Soldier equivalent.
Dude, yeah. Since we got first Avenger, which I know a lot of people are gonna say it's different. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. It's a kind of a that and a Thor, and that's fine. You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
Most people that I talk to go Thor 1 and 2, kind of the weak ones, kind of bland. I'm like, really though? Because if you love Wonder Woman. A lot of parts from that kind of felt like it was from Thor.
It's true.
But it's all good. Whatever,
Marvel Pop Quiz.
What up?
The Fantastic Four have a headquarters in what building? A. Star
I know
Tower.
this already.
Say it.
4 Freedoms Plaza. No?
What did you say?
4 Freedoms? Is that what it is? What is it?
Baxter Building.
Fuck, motherfucker! Don't they change that shit? Wait, who's that?
It's the Baxter Building, man.
Has it always been that?
Primarily, like that's the iconic building that they're.
Man, I don't know where I got my information from. That's
next news.
That was good, man. I like this trivia shit. You should pull more of this random stuff out. I should do some too, but you know fucking random shit. So Norman Osborn.
Okay.
Should have been a Spidey one, man.
Okay.
You botched it, that one. Would have linked well. Anyway, Norman Osborn. They said he's supposed to have presence in Sony's Silver and Black movie.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I think happened.
Okay.
Lay down your thoughts. The Marvel movies going forward are focusing on different things. They're going more cosmic. They're going to different places. They're more world travel.
Do you think they're going to go... do you think the next ones are going to focus more on outer world threats?
I think Outer Worlds and just different parts of our world as well. Not everything is going to stay in New York.
Yeah.
But that's what I think.
The Sony one is
them selling the Baxter Building was basic, or them selling Stark Tower was them giving the Stark Tower image to Sony. So Spider-Man will have it. Norman Osborn will probably be the one taking over that building. And that's the tie-in to. That's how they're connected to MCU still, because they have like the Avengers Tower in their movie.
They're like a pocket in their greater. Do you think then? Do you think they'll ever make mention of? All right, once we find out that it's going to be purchased by Osborn, so it becomes the Oscorp Tower.
Right.
Do you think they will make mention of that tower, or they will show that tower in later Marvel films, or even maybe in the Netflix?
I think that the tower will continue to be in the skyline when they go to.
But do you think the logo will then be?
I think it'll change. Oscorp? Yeah, it'll change to whatever the.
They're not going to make a big deal of it, but it's going to be that.
I think they might make a big deal of it in Spider-Man 2,
right? But
so that you know this is Oscorp's building.
But then in like the other Marvel films, like know it's
you won't.
It's
they won't focus on
they won't
that.
go. Oh, look, it's Oscorp. It's Oscorp Tower. No Netflix. No Netflix.
I don't think so, because they don't even really show Stark Tower. They show it in like posters and stuff, but in the show you never see.
Which do you think kind of makes sense, because New York is such a gigantic place. It's not like you can see that section of the buildings
for sure
everywhere you go.
For sure,
and it's not like it's always facing that part of the city, anyways.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, the whole Sony extended Spideyverse. What are your thoughts on that in general?
Wait and see, because it just seems so it seems like it's gonna work how the Netflix universe stuff works, and they're gonna call like the alien invasion like the incident or the big green thing.
Is that what Vulture was calling the incident? Did he say the incident?
No, but Vulture's one was a lot more connected, because they are literally picking up Chitauri weapons and putting it away. I don't remember exactly.
The invasion, right?
I think so. Yeah. But on the Netflix shows, they never say alien invasion. It's always the incident. They rarely ever say any other superheroes' names. They call them some nickname.
You know what's bizarre? Well, I find that bizarre, because I'm like, if we had heroes in this world, I'm sure people would call them by their names.
For sure. Hulk, like, I kind of get, because you're never going to know that thing is called the Hulk.
Yes, exactly.
Who's going to pick that?
You won't know Hawkeye, you won't know Black Widow. Right. General people won't know Black Widow.
But you'll know characters like Iron Man.
Captain America. How is Captain America?
You'll know Captain America.
Yeah. Or like even make mention of Tony Stark.
Right.
You won't really know Thor. Maybe.
You might know Thor, because he's even in their world, people knew the mythological
you would know the god of
Thor.
Thor. That's true, I suppose.
Right.
But you won't know like Doctor Strange or Ant-Man.
Probably not either of those.
Or even Spider-Man, because Spider-Man
works in New York,
because
they showed him on the news and stuff. I think he's more of a local here. He's like Phoenix Jones here.
But
Seattle
check
superhero.
it, right? But now, do you think everybody in Seattle knows the name Phoenix Jones? No,
not everybody, but at one point he was quite well known.
Right. So then he should be at least. You should see his silly YouTube clips. There's clippings of him in the back of Netflix shows.
Right.
That would help.
Maybe.
But at this point, it seems like they just kind of.
I mean, Spider-Man is neighborhood level, as they've established in the movie. So there's really no reason why Spider-Man wouldn't show up in the Netflix series. If it I've been reading this Defenders one. There's a scene where somebody shows up at a nightclub and a totally different thing is happening. Miles Spider-Man shows up at this club to fight Hammerhead or something, and it's just a thing that happens. They transition to it, they never refer back to it. You just see it in the background, Spider-Man's fighting Hammerhead. And you're like, yeah, we're in New York where all this shit happens. Of course it would be right behind you.
Isn't that amazing that it can happen?
Read the Defenders. If you're not reading the Marvel Defender series...
This is a spoiler for Homecoming. Slight spoiler for Homecoming. Do you remember when the plane crashed in the end?
Okay.
That's in New York still.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't they have like some of that in the news behind scenes in Netflix shows?
Maybe, but who knows the timeline of when that happened?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it would probably be in like a later.
It'd be cool if they did it.
Is what
We're
I'm
not
saying.
gonna ever see that.
I know, but it would just be so neat because it would tie things like.
I think that's how the Sony movies are gonna work. Is similar to that.
I guess so. They'll make mention of the whole. They'll make mention of that in the other films.
Probably not the plane crash, but
maybe.
I highly doubt we're ever going to hear about that plane crash again, other than maybe Spider-Man 2.
I guess. Still, that's interesting. Next thing I have is, looks like the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That got announced or whatever? Yeah, good for them. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's kind of, to be honest, that's one that I kind of just wanted to see.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, if it comes out, the trailer's dope, I'll go see it.
Right.
But I don't just hear Obi-Wan movie and go,
my goodness,
no. I can't fucking wait.
That's how you're interpreting me saying, oh.
No, I'm not interpreting you with that. I'm just saying in general, like, there's going to be Star Wars fans that go shit for that.
Of course. Like, you see my reaction right now? This is an actual, for me anyways, this is kind of what a reaction is. Mm-hmm. Not the whole, what you see.
It's not a guaranteed watch for me. I'll put it
the thing is, most likely, I'll probably end up watching it. Not because it's like, I'm going to go to the cinema. Mm-hmm. It's like my mate's like, hey, dude, you want to go check that out? Let's get some tickets. I'll be like, I might as well.
I'm not going to go to a movie if I don't give a shit.
Of course, it makes sense. Like, you clearly didn't really care about the Valerian film because you probably would have caught that.
No, we wanted to, but you told us it was shit, so we didn't want to drag you to see it with us because we wanted to see it still.
I would have just sat here, did some drawings or something.
Yeah.
I know it's not as fun.
We missed our opportunity.
I ain't gonna see that again
because it went out of the theaters too quickly.
Well, you probably red box it or some shit.
No, I wanted to see it in 3D. I wanted the experience. Okay. That's why I wanted to see that movie.
But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Him jumping around platforms and jumping through holes and shit. That shit. The trailer for that movie looks sick in 3D. And I didn't get that experience, and I'm bitter about it. Just like Dread, I didn't get to see that in 3D either. I'm sad about it. Don't brag. We don't need to hear it, nigga.
Wait, did I watch Valerian in 3D?
I don't. You said no.
I didn't.
You should have.
I did.
You should have.
That would have been neat in 3D, I think.
I bet it was.
Certain aspects.
I bet it was.
You wouldn't like the movie, but
you don't know that. You don't know that. Just because you didn't like it doesn't mean I would like it. I like Dane DeHaan, and I don't mind what's her face.
Is it Cara
Delevingne?
Delevingne. Okay, cool.
Marvel Pop Quiz.
What up? We're going to do these Marvel Pop quizzes because it's just these things. He likes quizzes. A lot. Quizzes. Should be more than Marvel. I'd probably start doing anime and manga quizzes, but you ain't going to know that shit, so.
Before turning to a life of crime, Mysterio was what?
Special effects dude.
Correct.
Did they have an actual name? Or was it just special effects guy?
I think it says special effects artist.
Like artist, technician?
Yeah.
Neat. That's weird. That's a weird path to take all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do special effects. You know all this makeup? Like, Face Off. Something like that.
Where they literally take your face off?
The show Face Off. The show Face Off, like, do all the makeup prosthetics and stuff like that.
Yeah, what about it?
I do that job. It's like, I hate this job. I'm going to become a villain.
I don't think it was because he hated his job. I think he got fired from it.
Sure, even worse, I guess.
So he started using his special effects to rob banks and shit, like show holograms and crazy shit going on.
Cops these days with still blood pop plop.
What?
Shoot you.
Yeah, but he wouldn't even be there. It'd be like a hologram of him, and he'd be robbing the bank while you're looking at a giant dude in a fishbowl head walk in with steam and fucking like
Is that
crazy
how it works?
Yeah.
That's not actually his body. He's just a regular dude still. He ain't wearing a suit.
No, sometimes he's wearing a suit, but that's what the thing with Mysterio is. He uses special effects and illusions, so you never know if it's him there.
See, in my head, right? Is Mysterio based on like illusional magic? Like, so for
illusions,
example,
like
is he like...
holograms and stuff.
Oh, okay, but not like a David
Not
Blaine
like,
type deal.
No, not like...
Is there any character like that where it's like sleight of hand type shit?
I'm sure.
Or like,
I'm
or
sure.
like the David Blaine type stuff, just a weird fucking...
Like legit magic? Of
No,
course.
not legit magic, because like, then we'd have like Doctor Strange if it was like legit magic type shit. Zatanna, yeah, like that's actual legit magic. I mean, like, it's still straight up illusion, but like the most.
I'm sure they have it. I just don't know the character, but I'm sure it exists.
Interesting, but yeah, it's like okay, I do special effects and stuff, and now I'm Rob Banks. That's just an odd career path. He probably didn't expect that. Anyway, next bit of news. This one's a weird one. I find it weird, anyways. So the Batman. The one that's going to be directed by Matt Reeves, the guy who does the Planet of the Apes films. He says that the Batman standalone film is not going to be linked to the current.
That's not accurate.
It's not accurate anymore? Sorry. No. So there's... Obviously, I wrote these actual show notes for
like a
it was
week
supposed to be
ago,
recorded last week. But...
It was a misquote from an interview.
So what is do you know?
He said when they talked to him, they said that his Batman movie did not need to be directly connected to the universe, as in it doesn't need to lead into another movie.
But
it's a standalone Batman movie.
I see.
They're telling their own story with Batman.
But it's still the Batman.
Yeah, he's not beholden to cameos from other characters. And shit
but
like that.
this
That's
is
what
the
they were
same
saying.
Batman
Yeah,
that we're
but
going
it's
to
still
see.
Affleck's Batman.
That's fine. I have no issue there. But I'm thinking, wait a second, shouldn't all of them films kind of be like that then?
Kind of, but it's saying like you know how Suicide Squad, Bruce Wayne had to show up in it, and they're talking about Superman and yada yada. This one's not gonna. They're not gonna necessarily have to talk about anything else going on in the universe. He's telling his own story with the Batman that he's given. Okay. That is just a Batman story that doesn't involve the larger universe.
See, then it's a complete misquote.
Yeah. It's just like reading a Batman comic. Not all Batman comics are gonna have Superman show up or. Whatever show up. Some of them are just Batman stories, and
so that's actually not as bad then. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. That's good. Hearing that now, you know, the I guess clearing it up. Yeah. Definitely helps now because it sounded
really bizarre, especially because I don't remember if we talked about it before, but they're doing the Joker movie.
That's the next topic.
Yeah, the standalone Joker movie.
Yeah.
That's produced by Scorsese.
Joker Origins movie in the works with Hangover director Todd Phillips, minus Jared Leto Joker.
Yeah, it's not Jared Leto Joker. It's set in the 80s.
It's the first live-action film in a possible cinematic multiverse.
Right.
So this is a Joker that's not part of, you know, the Suicide Squad what you saw, or the Joker you saw, Heath Ledger's Joker. That's obviously completely a different Joker altogether at this point. This is essentially its own origin film.
Because
Joker.
I think that in Flashpoint, we're going to see a multiverse, so that they can continue to do different versions of things. They're not stuck in one DCEU. But now they have a DCMU or EMU.
Yeah, extended multi. Yeah, it's confusing. Anyway, so they're doing this, and I'm like, cool. Let's confuse viewers even more.
Maybe after Flashpoint. I mean, people watch it on the show, and they understand there's 6 Earths with different characters. We literally watched a promo for Flash this coming season where they say there's an Earth X that is completely Nazi-owned.
Do you know what's weird about this, though? I feel it's easier to do in a show because there's more hours, there's more time to tell the story.
For sure.
But I also like how clear and blunt they can be in explaining things. Like, they're not afraid to just say it. Whereas in films, they try to be clever about things.
They've said now out loud Marvel,
within the movie.
In Marvel, in the Doctor Strange movie, that there is a multiverse.
Yes, but see, that's
they've now planted the seed. So if ever
that.
They're like, now we're gonna do different characters. Now we're gonna do a different version of blah.
Right.
They've already planted that seed.
But see, that's why I love that.
Yeah.
Just be straightforward with it. You know. There's a way to do that. Now, there's a way to just say, okay, we're gonna lose. We're not gonna lose, but basically, like, what's his name? Tony Stark, actor for Tony Stark.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. It's no longer going to be Tony Stark. We'll probably just get rid of Tony Stark.
Find a multiverse Iron Man.
We'll just we'll pick another Iron Man from a different universe. Simple. Or if we want, it's like, what's the current one? Ironheart.
Right.
She's from a multiverse.
Yeah, why not? They can do whatever they want.
She's basically thrown into this current universe we know now.
As long as it's referencing a comic in some way, shape, or form, then
it's fine, right?
They'll be fine.
Is that how it is? Okay.
Like
my bigger issue regarding this, because this is the last topic that we had. My bigger issue with this announcement that it's going to be a Joker origin film. I got a couple issues with this whole thing. Joker origin, I don't want to know.
I don't need it. I don't want it.
I think they're missing the point of why Joker is cool, like a great character.
Right. He says himself.
Yeah.
That if someone asks him his origin, and he says that if he was ever going to tell his origin, he would like it to be multiple choice.
Yeah. This is essentially.
It's like in Dark Knight. When
Dark Knight.
Yeah, he retells his Scar story, and it's different every time. It's just the character. You're not supposed to know who the fucking Joker is. He's just a crazy person.
Just by showing us, by saying that this is how Joker became Joker, already ruins who the Joker is for me.
To some degree. I mean, granted, this is just the origin story of one version of Joker who took place in the 80s.
Essentially, these are what we're going to be getting are kind of what-if universe films.
Yeah, and we've been talking about how that would be cool.
I guess.
So we'll see what happens with it.
My issue, obviously, that's fine. Sure. But my issue is, what are your thoughts about the actual director doing this?
The Hangover guy?
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion. The movies visually looked cool. I mean, he did that War Dogs movie or whatever it was called, the one with Jonah Hill and Mr. Fantastic.
I was going to say Mr. Fantastic and Jonah Hill.
I can't believe that happened. But those two, where they sell guns or whatever.
Drugs
and that movie looked cool, like visually.
Yeah, it looked almost
very
hot, to be
honest.
honest.
Very, very hot textures.
Which to me, for some reason, just links to Michael Bay for some reason. Anything like where there's sweat involved, where it's just hot,
sweltering,
it's warm.
And
aviators.
It's warm. But yeah, the movie looks fine. I don't have a problem with them doing it. I just don't know what the movie's going to be. After we were talking the other day and we said Peyton Reed directed Ant-Man and Bring It On.
Yeah, and I was like,
so I don't want to pigeonhole a director.
That's
like
true.
You can only do one thing.
I'm fine with that, and I just it's hard because whenever I think of a DC film, there's always that stigma that it's a DC film.
Right.
They always have that. I know it's unfair, but they have this baggage that it's like every new movie from them shouldn't have this baggage, but for some reason they're essentially
BVS's
tainted.
Fault, really.
Yeah, they've tainted their films because it's not like they made up for it instantly.
Right.
It's not like they just had one bad egg. They had BVS.
But they kind of did, because Man of Steel wasn't.
No, I'm not saying that. You got Suicide Squad right after that.
But Suicide Squad did well. Like, people liked Suicide Squad. It just, for me personally, it just wasn't as good as the hype of the teaser trailer. It was not even close to how I imagined from the teaser trailer. That's not necessarily
the fault
of them that it wasn't that necessarily. But I want to see that version of it, because that dark version of it looked cool. Which, it fit Suicide Squad, but I just think they went too grandiose and they went too, like, pop colors everywhere.
And now they're going to do a sequel, I guess, or
what
they still talking about, like,
it's supposed to be a Joker. There's supposed to be, like, a Joker and Harley movie.
Right, how many?
Where it's still Leto and her.
But see, now we're going to get two Joker movies, and that's two different Jokers.
We got a full Flash TV show and a Flash movie coming out.
I get that.
Or new territory where we can do multiple.
What are the DC
versions?
things that are upcoming spin-offs, basically, of the existing ones already? We've got, like, Suicide Squad's already going to spin off a supposed Harley Joker film.
Right.
The Gotham City Sirens film, which also has Harley in it as well. Batgirl and bloody Ivy and Catwoman.
No, but Batgirl's getting a movie.
Batgirl's getting... Oh, because of Whedon.
Yeah.
Right, Whedon is now, I guess... credited as one of the co-writers, which obviously because
I'm sure he did a lot of
rewrites probably
for dialogue
scenes, but it's still, they said it's still very much Zack Snyder's.
Because it still has to end with all of Snyder's crazy action scenes.
So
they got to figure out how to get from point A to point B.
That's crazy. Regardless. They're basically like cutting out sections, refilling it, but still making it
so that
more coherent. Yeah, that's bloody crazy, dude. Yeah. That's not filmmaking.
It is.
This is
it's filmmaking by committee.
This is a weird way of filmmaking.
Marvel Pop Quiz.
Sure.
Where to go? Which Inhuman did Johnny Storm date? A. Medusa. B. Storm. C. Invisible Woman. D. Crystal.
There you go. Possibility again?
She's like the Avatar. She's an elemental.
Is that one? Is her name just Crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh! Speaking of Inhumans, it wasn't on the show notes, but I'm just remembering stuff, which is good because now this is triggering more things. So more clips of Inhumans have been showing, and people online are just
cheering on it,
hating on it. And a couple of the stars of the series have come out because they did a lot of research prior to actually filming. And they were like, it's very different. Like they actually came out and said it's that by name and by certain aspects, but it is a very different presentation of Inhumans than what you're familiar with. So they're doing the wrong thing. And then one of the directors of the show, I think, came out saying like the budget isn't like. Was it ABC? Is it NBC Network that's doing, or NBC?
I think it's ABC.
Yeah, and they didn't really shell out a lot of money for the budget.
They just went.
Very rushed. They wanted to put it out.
They did pre-order, or they're starting to sell tickets for the IMAX shit.
Also, IMAX cut down the time.
Really?
Yeah, the length of the actual thing.
I wonder how long it was then, to begin with.
They say it's like, I think either just above or just under 90 minutes now. But yeah. Which, to be fair, isn't exactly like a short film.
No,
I think we're so used to. Yeah,
but
we're still so used to like these days movies that are like 2 hours plus.
I'm not so much worried about the length of time. It's just. It's a problem. It's a red flag that they are cutting the movie down so that they can get people out of it faster.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
We'll see how it is, man. I like the dude that's playing Maximus, and that will probably be enough for me to check out the pilot.
He's been great in everything he's been in.
So if it's good, then cool.
And two completely different characters in those things that we enjoyed.
And this is my first time hearing him do an American accent too, which is kind of bizarre. It just doesn't sound right coming out of his mouth.
Because you're so used to.
Because it doesn't sound like any accent I've ever heard. In America.
See, that's weird. Like
it's just not a British accent.
I wonder, right? I wonder when most actors would, I guess, emulate an accent. Would they specifically pick?
Specific places in the
specific
US?
Place, or not even the USA, like when an American actor or when
a
foreign accent is trying to do, say, a British accent, will they pick a specific area of Britain and just learn that? Or even Australian, or even wherever else?
Australia, I don't know as much. But I know for Britain they do, because there's so many like very different sounding British accents that they do that. You hear the guys that try and do like Cockney and guys that are very like posh British.
That's
like,
true.
It's
like
very
Angelina Jolie's posh, super posh one, like old school posh. That one's
like
pretty good.
Her Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Oh no, I was talking about like Maleficent.
Was that different?
Yeah, it was very old school.
She was Tomb Raider twice.
That's right, dude. They made that, and they're doing a new one as well.
And they gave her like big, fake, floppy, weird boobs in the first movie.
And I'm glad they removed them in the second one.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
It wasn't, because she really looked like you already knew who she was supposed to be, anyways. So bizarre. That's weird trivia. But it also, speaking of the movie length times, also Thor Remember how people were annoyed? It's like, oh, we heard Thor's going to be the shortest Marvel movie, and it's like I think it was like it's been listed as like 204 minutes or something like that. So if it's short, it's still pretty long. It might be shorter than the one prior to that by like 5 minutes or so, some shit like that. Not a big deal.
Yeah, not
it's
a big deal.
Not going to be a point where it's like, oh no.
I'm so fucking excited for that movie, dude.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Everything we see from that, which has been a handful at this point, is just like, give me this film, because it's not just Thor. And which is good, because I did enjoy the previous Thor films. I'm not
trying
in
to
that.
find other trivia, but it's difficult because a lot of them are like, look at this picture and tell me who it is.
Like a lot of people don't exactly like the Thor films.
Right, which I don't know why, because I think
I look at it, I watch them, and I'm like, I'm not really seeing why you don't like it. Is it too straightforward?
Know the answer to this question, because I don't.
Is it too straightforward? What up?
What was the first anime series? A. Jungle Taitei, Kim of the White Lion. B. Mach Go Go Go, Speed Racer. C. Tetsuwan Atom, Astro Boy. Or D. Doraemon. If you don't know the answer, I don't know.
Probably. Is it Tetsuwan Atom?
I don't know. I literally don't know.
Oh, okay.
They
don't have the answer?
Question, but not the answer.
What kind of a quiz has...
It's multiple choice, so there's no...
But you can't even click it and find out the answer yourself. That's a random thing. Most of the time, trivias would have, like,
you'd think,
question and answers. Like, what's the point of
That's
this?
why I was just hoping you knew.
No, I wish I knew. I want to know now. But now that site doesn't have it. So now it's like, now I got to Google which one came first. Right. It's so weird.
But anyway, so if that was the last on our list...
That's the one on the list, but there was other things that I'd seen. Like today we saw the Blade of the Immortal
Did we
trailer.
talk about Hellboy being in Injustice?
No, that's dope.
They announced Hellboy for an Injustice 2 DLC character. That trailer is worth checking out.
Because I remember you showed me that you started playing the trailer on YouTube on Tally outside, and I was like, alright, big deal. They're announcing a new character. All of a sudden, who was the first character they announced though? Because there was 2 announcements on that trailer.
I think Raiden was the other one.
Okay, yeah, he showed up, Raiden. He looks sick.
And then somebody showed up.
He busted
Sub-Zero. Somebody shot a missile, and Hellboy catches it with his big doom glove.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Nah.
Right.
What?
Then it pulls out, and you're like, yeah, that's Hellboy.
What the fuck? But like, it looks
like comic
exactly
Hellboy.
Like comic Hellboy, but not like in the Mignola style. It's in the design of the game.
It's like the shapes of Mignola, not with the like block shadows, but it's the like shape.
He's got the drippier shoulder type, and he's got like, and I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
That is rad. He looked wicked, and I was like, that's...
I wonder if that's more like what the rebooted one will look like more, not like so much just
and
a
honestly,
dude
that's
with
what I
makeup
think,
on.
like, I don't know if they're gonna do mocap on him. I don't think so.
I'm very curious.
Because they did say they
molded his hand.
They molded his hand. So like, why would you need to mold his hand? Oh,
he could still
you
just
still
be wearing a thing
because he have to wear like a foam hand to. So when they scan him, so when he's wearing the mocap scan, it's still, this could be fucking
could be
cool.
that.
This could
I'm
be
very
cool.
curious, man.
I like the way he looks.
I wonder how long before we see
anything.
The rebooted Hellboy, what he looks like.
I was gonna actually bring it up before because I wanted to watch it. Tick. No, it's out now. It's streaming.
Yeah.
But I see trailers and I'm like, that actually.
I enjoyed the pilot because I enjoyed the pilot. It looks funny. I'm just not in a rush.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah.
There's so much shit to watch.
Also, announcement regarding video games. Next Street Fighter 5 character, Minat.
Your thoughts on that?
Interesting design.
She's like a belly dancer, but like Egyptian.
She's Rose's protege.
Yeah, but she don't look like Rose looks like a gypsy.
Yeah,
this girl looks like
Egyptian. No, she's an
dancer.
Egyptian. Probably because I hadn't seen like any clips, only images, and just I think this morning I'd seen a clip of her stance and actually walking and fighting, and I was like, just her walking stance is so much more animated than anybody else that I've seen. It's like really fluid, and when she's fighting, it's not like she's actually hitting. She's got these like
she does orbs that
just busts you, and she's just kind of like doing all this stuff. And I was like, I like her. She's cool. She's really cool. Her old outfits are very cool too. But I was like, that's neat. That's neat.
How long before you do a fan art of that one?
I was actually doing soon. I'm hoping I hope I get to just sketch her out soon, just to give it a shot, because I do like it.
I wish I would have pulled up people's names, because I wanted to shout out the Chipper Chap chat jams, because the people who have participated in that so far. I can load
some up.
It's been so cool to see people actually doing this Dragon Ball jam, and people putting in work on these pages.
Damn, I wish we loaded it.
Yeah.
It's too much to add right now.
I don't want to grab them now, but there's a few that stood out, and
put it this way: thank you for everybody.
I appreciate the effort that
thank
people
you for everybody that's actually submitting stuff, because when we bloody started it, we didn't know anybody, because like starting something new, especially like for Scratch Jams, we had done it for 7 years, something like that.
Yeah,
8 years. It's pretty ridiculous that. And I mean, we've got the current jam there that's running until the end of this month.
The Star Wars one. We've gotten a few of those as well. Those might trickle in. And people seemed really excited for the Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. They saw it was a bit more hype. And we've been getting some pretty
There's some pretty class submissions in here. Like,
pretty cool.
I almost don't want to call anybody out, because I don't want to leave anybody out. But there's been some good ones. Right. I'm looking at them now, and I'm really pleased with what people have done.
Because, like, at the start, we were kind of getting somewhere. It's like, thank you for submitting something, but I'm not sure if you really understood what the actual guidelines were specifically. Right. But we noticed some actually really understood.
They're
what
going
we were
above and beyond,
way more,
and they're really showing a different approach to it.
I'm looking at these thumbs right now, and
a lot of diversity.
Not including yours, because yours came out dope, but there's some that I'm like, that's print ready.
Yep.
That's print ready.
Yep.
I want to see that chapter done. That should have been like a next challenge, like an upgraded challenge.
Do a chapter?
Not a chapter, but like a sequence of pages, as opposed to just
we could have done that. We just wanted to.
We wanted to start a little. We wanted to start a little slow for this one. We didn't want to just scare, because I think it would have scared people.
And trust me, guys, we got a few lined up here, and some of these are going to be collaborative. I'm really curious what people are going to do.
I want to know what it's going to end up like.
We gave a long time for this Dragon Ball one, though. So
because again, this was the first one starting from technically. September hasn't started yet, so you've got all of September still to submit to this.
I think we might have given too long, honestly.
Maybe.
But
maybe. I didn't realize how early it was when we launched, but I also didn't expect to get this much this quickly.
Right.
So it's not like it's
we were trying to give a lot of time for the sequential stuff.
Exactly. Even though
but we posted it halfway through the month.
Yeah.
And they've got all of August.
Like half of August and all of September. Yeah. So we've been getting some sweet submissions, and I super dig it.
Yeah, man. So thanks for participating is basically what I was trying to say there. It's been really cool to see.
Really cool.
We got anything else before we drop out
other than thank you everybody that dropped by the table at Amazing Hawaiian Comic Con.
Hopefully, we'll see some of you guys at PAX. Jeff will be there.
I'll be at PAX this weekend drawing with Long and Edwin. And that should be fun.
It's only two this time?
It's just the three of us normally. Yeah. We're pretty much the guys that rock my shows.
The artists, but there's other people. If you guys know the Udon booth and you've been there sometimes,
Jenny's
I'm sure you'll see Jenny. She's
running the booth. But it's just us.
Have pink hair or something.
It's just us. I don't know if we've got a lot of we've got pins and stuff like that. Books, couple books.
Some t-shirts,
pins, and books.
There's exclusive new t-shirts, right?
Ones that I think ones that sold out during San Diego will have, but ones from also San Diego will have there. But the pins, there are some new pins there altogether. I think there are Okami ones. Okami. The game with the dog,
wolf thing. Yeah.
The fire dog. I think it's a fire dog or a wolf or something. Also, new action figure. Oh god, what was it? 1 second. I got the bloody. I figured it might as well show what I got. We talked action figures for a whole episode. Might as well show something new. What is this? Tiger Mask Dark. Tiger the Dark? I think it's Tiger the Dark. It's from Tiger Mask W. It's bloody dope. SH Figuarts.
He's the rival guy.
He's a rival. He's a dark one. But if we talked action figures, we should probably talk more sometimes. You got Spider-Man.
He's over there with a stick.
Yeah. We should do a review, dude, where you kind of
maybe we'll
discuss
set something
Have
like
a little
that
clip.
Have
Review
a clip.
clips. Why not? Chipper Chap reviews.
Bring
little
back
ones.
some stop motion animation.
Yeah, he can do that. You could actually just do actual reviews, talk about what you like and stuff.
Or I can animate
You
Spider-Man
can
stick
animate.
fighting.
Now you should expect some animation
Yeah,
stuff
who knows?
from
You
FooRay.
know, you
And you'll
know.
see some maybe reviews from me, so it's different.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see what happens.
Whatever. That could be fun.
We gotta figure out something crazy to do for the next episode.
So next episode is episode 100. What do you guys actually want to see some stuff? What do you want to say? What do you want? What do you want episode 100 to be about?
Maybe we should try and do the
How about
collaborative image thing.
We're going to do that, but like, in terms of what we're talking about, do you guys, like, people watching this?
Yeah.
Do
you want a retrospective? Best of Chipper Chaps?
No, like, do you have, like, if you got questions at all that you want us answered?
Yeah.
Want us to answer?
There's a few of you that will watch, like, every time.
Yeah, and awesome. Thank you for that. I can't believe
I'm
it.
sure a few of you have been around long enough to where you might have some questions.
What do you want to know more that we haven't discussed about? Or even...
Come up with some trivia for us that you are curious about. Maybe we'll read
How
them
are we
on the
going to
show.
answer that? Trivia that we know. We can easily do research. How can they have trivia for us? How are we supposed to respond to that?
Maybe we can do like a 2 truths and a lie episode or something like that.
I don't know how that works.
You write down 2 things about you that are true and 1 that is a lie, and then you tell me all 3 in a row, and I have to figure out which one is true and which one is a lie.
I will fail at this.
Maybe. We've known each other for a long fucking time.
I'd still probably fail at this. I can't think of lies, like dumb random lies. It's hard for me to think of dumb random lies.
But it doesn't need to be a dumb random lie. You can literally be like, I stubbed my toe once and broke it.
That's so dumb.
But it's only dumb if you know that you haven't done that. But
that's why
I don't know you've not done that.
To me, it's like, that's why, like, to me, making up something like that, I would just think, this is dumb. Why would I even say this? I don't know.
It's impossible.
But anyway, I don't know what we'll do in episode 100, but the next episode is that.
Yeah, sure
like
we gotta stop recording these at 3 in the morning.
No, but
we're dead tired.
The next one we'll definitely record during the day.
Yeah, but it will be. I don't even know when we're going to get to do that. Next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll record, and probably the last one before you leave.
Probably, because I gotta head to California.
So after episode 100,
we'll have to figure out.
What we're gonna look like after that, because we'll be back to 2 Skype screens.
That's right. That's so bizarre. Oh, didn't you say you figured out how to do that?
I have an idea of how to do it.
We're gonna try.
We haven't tested it out.
It can't be live yet, though.
No,
I don't
we'll
think
have to do a test.
It's gonna be. It's like technically this one's not live either.
It's not, but that's because we're doing it at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, maybe we should do episode 100 live. Yeah. I think that one should be a live one.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah. Sure. We'll schedule it. We'll definitely let people know of a time and stuff that would work best. But that would make the most sense, because if it's a live episode, that way we can actually get possible responses and questions and whatnot. And
yeah. So hit us up, let us know what you want to know, and we will see you on episode 100. So until the next one, guys, stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.
I think how that goes.
Stay chipper chips.
Stay chipper chips?
Chips. Chops.
Maybe we should make chipper chips and have the bag have the chipper chap logo on it.
Chipper chips?
Yeah.
Chipper chip combos.
What flavor would you do chipper chips? Just unsalted chips?
I'd have one. That would be some of them. Some chips would be unsalted. Some chips would be like cheese powder.
Cheese powder. We got to do the leaky moi powder. The plum.
Oh yeah, plum cheese.
Plum cheese.
I don't know. Plum and cheese? Is that good? I'm confused.
Plum cheese.
I don't know, dude. Potatoes are delicious.